All right, let's talk about the Pi network. If you're in it or even just a little curious, you've probably heard all the buzz. Millions of users, this huge potential, but also, let's be honest, a lot of confusion. So we're going to cut through all that noise and get to what's really going on. And this is the big one, isn't it? It's the question everyone has. You're on your phone, you're tapping that little lightning button every single day, you see your Pi balance going up, and you're thinking, what is this actually worth? When can I turn this into, real money? Stick with me because we are absolutely going to answer that.
But first things first, before we get to the cashing out part, we've got to make sure we're all on the same page. So what exactly is the Pi network? Because it's definitely a little different from the crypto you might be used to. To put it simply, Pi is a cryptocurrency that you can mine right on your phone. And the whole idea here, the genius of it, is that it's designed to be super lightweight, so it's not going to drain your battery or chew through all your data like traditional crypto mining does. And that simple difference is exactly how it's managed to get millions and millions of people all over the world to join in. And that all ties back to the project's main goal. The founders, they wanted to build a cryptocurrency that wasn't intimidating. Something that your friends, your family, basically anyone with a smartphone could get into without needing some crazy powerful computer or a PhD in cryptography. So you've got millions of people mining. Everything seems great. But this brings us to the most critical and honestly the most confusing part of Pi's journey right now. It's this thing they call the enclosed phase, which leads you to ask the most logical question in the world. Okay, if all these people are involved, why can't I go on Coinbase or Binance and trade my Pi? And the reason, well, it all comes down to this very specific and totally intentional phase the network is in. Think about it like this. The Pi blockchain is real. It's live, it's working. But the team has built a giant firewall around it. And this firewall is there on purpose to block any connections to the outside world. That means no connecting to other blockchains and, crucially, no connecting to external crypto exchanges. So let's just break this down. In the enclosed mainnet, that's where we are today, there are no exchange listings, period. You can only move your Pi around inside the Pi ecosystem, like sending it to another user or spending it in an app on the Pi browser. The whole focus is on building actual uses for the coin. Now, the open mainnet, that's the future goal. That's when the firewall comes down. That's when we could see exchange listings and when Pi could finally be traded for other currencies. Right, so how do we get from here to there? What's the key that unlocks this open mainnet? Well, the answer isn't a date on a calendar, it's actually a checklist of goals that have to be met. And this is maybe the most important thing to get your head around. The Pi Core team has been super clear about this. They are not waiting for, say, December 1st. Nope, they're waiting for the network and the community to be ready. It's all about conditions, not the clock. And here are the 3 big goals. First, mass KYC. They need to make sure a huge number of users are real, unique people. No bots, no fakes. Second, mainnet migration. All those real, verified people need to actually move their mined Pi from the app onto the real, live blockchain. And third, and this one is the big one, ecosystem maturity. There needs to be a real functioning economy of apps and services where you can actually spend your Pi. The whole idea is to build real-world value before you open the floodgates to speculators. Okay, let's do it. Let's tackle the elephant in the room, the topic that causes more excitement and more confusion than anything else, the price of one Pi coin. I know what you're thinking, because I've seen it too. You've gone on some crypto website or seen a screenshot and it shows Pi trading for $10, $50, maybe even a few $100s. So what gives? What is that all about? You'll see something that looks just like this. And it looks legit, doesn't it? It's a number on a chart from what looks like a real source. But there's a tiny little detail you have to pay attention to. And it's those 3 little letters, IOU. So with that in mind, what is the actual official value of the Pi that's sitting in your wallet right now? According to the team behind the project, it's this, 0. Zilch. As long as we're in this enclosed mainnet, your Pi has no official cash value. And that crazy difference between the IOU price and the official value, it's completely intentional. An IOU is literally just what it sounds like, an IOU. When you see an exchange listing a Pi IOU, they are not trading real Pi coins. You cannot send your mined Pi there to sell it, and you can't buy it and withdraw it to your wallet. It is nothing more than a tradable promise. a bet on what the price of pi might be someday in the future. It is pure speculation. So here's the bottom line. Any price you see for pi today, just treat it as pure guesswork. It's a bet on the future. It has absolutely zero connection to the coin sitting in your app. The real price? That won't be set until the open mainnet finally launches and real supply meets real demand.
Okay, so after all that, what does this all mean for you right now as a pioneer? What should you actually be doing?
Here's your game plan. Focus on the things you can actually control. Get your KYC done. Go through that mainnet checklist in the app, step by step. And then dive into the Pi browser. Actually use the apps, see what people are building. That's how you help create that utility we were talking about. And probably the hardest part, be patient. And please just ignore those IOU prices. They're just noise, a total distraction from the real mission here.
And this right here, this is the core philosophy of the whole project. Real, lasting value doesn't come from hype and speculation. It comes from being useful. A currency is only valuable if you can actually use it to buy things, to do things. And that's what this whole enclosed period is designed to build.
So we're left with this final thought. The Pi network. It's a massive global experiment. It's a huge bet that a cryptocurrency built for everyday people, one that focuses on real-world use before speculative trading, can actually succeed. Whether it does or not, it makes you ask a bigger question. Is this a new way forward for crypto? Could this change the whole game? For now, we'll have to wait and see. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.